Hello everyone, we have made it to Circle, Montana. And today's goal is Austin, keep it on all fours. As you know, he rolled it last year. And he shouldn't roll it this year, in theory. We made sure everything was nice and tight around amongst the wheels and the studs and all that. And my goal, just as usual, just finish and get the car on the trailer. I drew a 55. Austin drew a 42. And we probably are going to be starting in the back of the heat race. We'll see. There's like 9 or 10 of us in our class, so it should be good. Should have 2 heats and see how it goes. Eventually, we got to go way up there for Calcutta. That won't happen until after the heat races, but we'll find out more about heat races here in a little bit. Go out for hot laps possibly, and just go out and have some fun.
Ready, BMG, heat power.
Austin just lost a tire. Which puts Anthony in the lead.
Done with heat races. Forgot to do this. Done with heat races. Austin was leading after Jeremy got a little loose and moved up the track, or tight.
No, it was Eli.
Eli got tight, moved up the track. Austin took it, and we freight trained him. And then he was leading, and he decided he wanted to lose the lug nuts off the left front and the studs. Thankfully, it was a front wheel, not a rear wheel, and it was on the straightaway. We got that all fixed. Thanks, Casey. And I got around Austin, obviously, because he can steer. Well, he probably could have kept going, but he didn't. Saved the car, you know. So he'll be starting last on the outside row.
Pretty much dead last.
I'll be starting outside pole. And both cars were doing really good. Now just a lot of sitting and waiting, and we still got a Calcutta. And then I think limited A-main, and then a whole bunch of other stuff in between our crap. So, a lot of sitting. on. It is well, 2 days from there. It's Monday, after rest day. And I got second in my feature. Or in the feature, I should say. I was able to stay ahead of, got a good run on the outside. Well, not really a good run. I got really loose, and then me and Willie made a little bit of contact and kept her straight, and I was able to beat him into turn 3 to get the second. And then after that, it was just chasing down Dustin and trying to do anything and everything I possibly could to try and get around him. And I think the only way I was going to get around him is if I could get a good run around lap cars on him, but that never panned out that way. Also had to drive off the track again, just like any heat race. But yeah, no, it was good though. Austin got 5th after starting pretty much dead last. He drove up to 5th place, got behind Jeremy, and then just couldn't find a way to get around him. He did make contact with him with the right front, but he was having heating issues. He said it got up to like 230, 240 there for a few laps, or at least towards the end of there. And then he said when he got off the track, he hit the gas real quick, and then all of a sudden the temperature just dropped. So we're thinking something must have got stuck or clogged up or whatever. It kept everything flowing until he did that, and then who knows. But just to be safe, we did swap out the radiator. The other one's over there. We think it was low. We think there might be 1 or 2 pinholes in it. So there's that. And right now we're just after the race there. We're doing maintenance, make sure everything's good to go for a Loose Town doubleheader this weekend. On my car over here, this has been like this for, I don't know, a good part of the season, we're going to say. But we didn't notice it until like maybe 2 weeks ago. But, here. So if you can see here, right here, and right here, don't think back there anywhere. I think it's just here, here, and here. The welds are all cracked, and it's moved that way. So this tire looks like it leans a lot. I did notice this, but it's nothing. It's just old weld there from when this was used to be right here, it looks like. So we're not concerned about that. So what we're gonna do is try and get this moved back this way. I'm gonna leave that in there because I don't feel like taking that out. Try and hit it this way, see if we can get those kind of sort of flushed, and then re-weld all that. And then be good to go, and then put all this back together. So, shouldn't be too much issue. I say that, now it's going to be a pain in the ass. And probably got to tighten up the exhaust on this car. And if mine are loose, Austin's are probably loose. And then kind of go through everything, check everything again. That tire that we put on the left front of Austin's car, that's going to get broke down and put into something else. And it looks like this tire, the rim, or the rubber, spun on the rim. So the valve stem is no longer straight, it's at an angle. So we've got to figure out what to do with that. And just kind of go over everything and made a little contact with another driver. So I'm gonna have to hit that in the kind of sort of flat. Put some duct tape right there, just like on the driver's side. Might make new numbers. We'll see. But this side is most part good. Austin's car is, for as much as we know, besides checking to make sure the bearings in the front of this thing are good, it should be pretty much good to go. If I remember right, we got to get a new hose because the one we found... Oh, I thought Dad was going to take this with him to go get him. This one will work, but where is it? Well, maybe he did take it. It was the one that he took. There was a split right here, so there's that. Other than that, there is a pinion leak on this, but it's a one that's manageable. So we're gonna just keep an eye on it. There's only 4 races left, and they're both double headers, so we should be all right. But yeah, that's kind of our little bit of an update after the races. Congrats, Dustin, again on winning. I think if I remember right, Eli got 3rd in our class. 4th was Jeremy. Austin was 5th. And after that, I have no idea. But yeah, no, it was... After that, it might have been Willie. I think Willie might have got 6th. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Track, that was probably the best circle track that... Circle track that we have raced, because last year that was the second time we raced, because last year there was a big old rut in the corners. This year there wasn't hardly any. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a blast, and get all this stuff loaded up, and not loaded up, but get it all tidied up, ready, then loaded up, and be ready for Lewistown. Should be a lot of fun. Tough competition. I think I did the math right. I'm sitting 38 points out of first place for track points for our class. Austin's a little further behind. But he's just looking to just go out there and kick some ass. That's what he's hoping anyways. He said the cars, when he got 4th in the first race of the year, I think it was 4th or 5th. I think it was 4th. He said this car's a lot faster than that time. So we'll see how he does this time. Should be good. And I'm so much more comfortable with this car than I was in the first 2 races. So we're both hoping to put on a really, really good show. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Make sure you go follow us on Facebook. And big thank you to everyone who has followed the YouTube channel. 200 subscribers. Sweet. Big thank you. Austin and Dad are pretty excited about that too. Yeah, just big thank you to watching our videos and sharing and commenting and all that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thank you. And we'll see you in Lewistown.